Hello, Miley.
Hi.
Hi, it's been a while since it happened, but just wanting to know what your thoughts are about your day swapping with Kathy.
Well, I was actually pleasantly surprised that a classroom teacher, Kathy,
Hmm.
jumped on board. She actually suggested it.
Right.
The idea has been buzzing around, and she approached me, and
Yeah.
I was very surprised that she wanted to walk in my shoes for the day.
Oh,
And so I was like, right, let's get on with it. So
Yeah.
the next day we just started planning. It got on really well. We both were very excited. Well, I personally was glad to be back in the classroom for at least a day. I taught
Yeah.
in the classroom for 6 years prior to this job. So
Yeah.
it's nice to be reminded to be in the classroom again.
Hmm. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? We often come up with these ideas and say, "Oh, we should do this and we should do that," and then we never do it. So it's
Yeah.
good when two people go, "We should do this," and both say, "Well, then let's do it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
two brains work better than one. So
Yeah. So let's think about, I don't know, let's think positively first. What do you think are the positive things that you got from the
I
experience?
thought it was positive that both of us got a chance to step into each other's shoes again and kind of feel the day and kind of figure out our jobs a little bit. I think it's more new for Kathy,
Yes.
and she was shocked and surprised pleasantly, not so pleasantly at
Yeah.
times, because the dynamic of my job as an EAL teacher is it changes throughout the day from period to period.
Yeah.
Whereas for her, it was very nice for me to be, the day went very fluidly, where I had time to connect on a personal level with the students, and I was able to teach a lesson without being rushed, saying I'm going to have to be done in 30 minutes and I have to push the kids out and run to the next class. Whereas I said, okay, so if we don't finish it in 5 minutes, we can use the next period for another 5 minutes to finish it off. So the level of work fluidity and smooth transition was nice. That's what I liked.
Yeah, you don't have that luxury
No, I don't.
as an
I
EAL
don't. So,
teacher. Yeah. What were you really hoping that Kathy would see when
well,
she was you?
yeah, right. The thing that I would like her to see was that how challenging the job it is and how much support and collaboration we need from the classroom teachers.
Right.
To make the idea is it's grand unless you actually get support and collaboration from the homeroom, plan, meet, and then kind of make things connect dot to dots, Otherwise, it's very disconnected.
Yeah.
We can do email collaboration, but unless you have that face-to-face personal interaction,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard.
I guess if it's disconnected for the teachers, it's disconnected for the students.
Of course.
And if it's
she pointed out the fact that she wanted more information or being given notice or a short email about what we did for the day. That would be great, but if we have that collaboration, I can just share with them, and that would be necessary already,
And could you do that in a 5 minute, just to stick your head in the door?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just pop into the classroom. I say, hey, we did verbs today, past tense, So then please use it in your lesson, and when they read or when they write, make sure that they do be reminded to use it in their writing.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we get so many emails already.
Right.
Who's going to read another email,
Yeah. Yeah. Anything kind of negative that came out of it, would you
I
say?
wouldn't say anything negative. The only thing was shocking at the beginning was Kathy was out. We just wanted to. I stepped in the classroom and Kathy stepped out, and the student came in from I think PE, and I was standing in front of the classroom and nobody acknowledged me, and even a couple kids came in and I said good morning, and then she just looked at me strangely and then she kept moving on, and then she came circle around. And I said, good morning, how are you today? She still didn't reply to me. I'm like, what is going on? No matter who that person is, I think students should,
Yes.
even greeting, acknowledging. So they got really surprised, like, wow, you Miss Kathy Brown today? After they caught on, they kind of went with it, and they really enjoyed the day with me.
Yeah, of course. But what you've raised there, I think, is a really interesting cultural question, and that is that the kids in our school perhaps think they only have one teacher.
Yeah, and I took that opportunity to teach them about politeness and about no matter who it is in the room, you should, whether it's a TA, teacher, or a specialist, or even a parent, you should just greet and be polite.
Yeah, I wonder how we can change it so that our students realize that everybody here is their teacher and the relationship is the same.
Well, there is one good thing from the Vietnamese school is that every time you have a visitor, they have a class leader, and the class leader would stand up and say, good morning so-and-so, and everybody in the classroom would echo it.
But you see, I have to disagree.
Well, we don't.
No, but it was a bit like that for me.
Exactly.
Last year. I would walk into a room and the teacher would say good morning to Mr. Sam, and the whole class would say good morning, Mr. Sam. So I couldn't walk into rooms because I was interrupting. And I want to just be able to walk in the room. But then I want to be able to walk in the room and have that same relationship with the students that you're talking about, where the students see me and they think, oh, here's another teacher.
Yeah, and then if they happen to pass by you, they said, hi, Mr. Sam.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Miley, that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want them to like stop instruction
Right.
and greet,
Yeah.
but some sort of.
Yeah. Okay. Would you recommend anybody else to give this a try?
I actually have always opened it to teachers. You know?
Yeah.
It's always good to walk in other people's shoes, actually.
Yeah.
Especially in my shoes.
Yes.
And so that teachers have an idea of what I would need, and then how we can both work together.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that is powerful, actually.
Yeah.
Because it's busy throughout the day, you know, and we're getting on with our activities and whatnot, and then we get carried away and we forget.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's good to be reminded.
Yeah. Well, I hope we can get someone else to do it. Has anybody else expressed an interest?
Monwei and Kelly, since Monwei is speaking Chinese, and so they can probably swap.
Monwei and
Kelly.
Tianyuan?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, is that before or after the baby?
Oh, probably after.
You know, actually, it would be really, really interesting for all the other teachers to try and get a taste of what they do in world languages. 'Cause,
You should talk to Ingrid, grade 1. Last year she stepped on board with us, and she said, just a couple weeks into it, she said, every teacher should be an EAL teacher.
Yeah.
She should at least experience it because she saw a different world.
Yeah.
Frankly, she said it was hard for her to hang.
Yeah. Okay, well, I hope more of these things do happen.
I hope so.
Yeah. Thanks, Miley.
No problem. Glad to share.